With Forza Horizon 5 only 2 months away from launching, I'm still making more videos on racing titles to prepare for its release. And to be honest, there were other titles I couldn't do. Like, for example, Burnout Paradise Remastered because it kept crashing on a loading screen. And Grid because apparently it's a Game Pass Ultimate title, which I don't have that subscription for. So, one of the last options I had left at my disposal, something that I could actually, play without feeling like I'm getting sued, was a title that is really unique and interesting for its time. And that is BeamNG.drive. Its realistic crash and driving physics, along with its many game modes and modding support, make this game stand out among its rivals, and even still is one of the more better entries into the racing genre of recent. So, in this case, what I'm asking you is it's time to quite literally grab your handbrakes as this Forza Veteran plays BeamNG.drive for the first time, and causes millions in damages. After fiddling with a large amount of settings, I managed to get the game running on the normal preset. Because yes, Beam is actually quite demanding for the game it is, so normal is the best I can get, at least, getting around 50 FPS. So yeah, I think that should give you the definition that my PC is a potato. In total, there are 7 different game modes available at the time of recording, with a career mode coming soon. So for the sake of this, we're just going to be doing these 7. With that, let's hop into some of them and see what Beam can actually throw at me. The campaign is, well, a campaign-ish. You do have mini campaigns, like basic stuff, as well as a driving training section. So, to get used to how Beam actually plays, let's see how I can do in the training course. I also came to notice that, yes, Beam has probably some of the most realistic driving physics out there. So just bear that in mind when we're doing this. Also, I got a gold medal. Sweet, here come the ladies. Also, I apparently can't turn worth absolute crap for some reason. But then again, I'm also driving the equivalent of a Honda Civic, so it also makes sense. I do like this black sedan, however. Maybe it's a wagon, I'm not really sure, maybe it's both. It does sound pretty good, and I can actually drive it, unlike the Civic I just mentioned like 3 seconds ago. Time to fail several times at making several turns. Welcome to this lapped circuit, in which I actually smash a wall and cause $2 worth of damage. Don't worry, it'll buff right out. Also, I failed at becoming Ken Block, and apparently smashing a cone counts as losing. God dang it, Vonderhaar. Now, with a rear-wheel drive muscle car, well, I think I should just let it do its thing. But wait, the last section is better, because we're now going to become the Drifto Kingdo. Let's see what happens here. Scenarios are exactly what they say they are. Police chases, deliveries, escort missions, stuff, you get the idea. I instead choose to deliver this Peel P50 lookalike to a shop somewhere in Castelletto. But first, my PC decided to literally crap itself, since for whatever reason, it can't play the game at more than 9 FPS in the middle of a city. Good job, Potato. Very cool. And so with that, please sit and enjoy this super laggy journey through the city of Castelletto, in a car that can barely even take a turn, because it'll flip.
No.
We'll come back to free roam, maybe, a bit later. But first, let's try some time trials to see if I'm actually, I don't know, the Speedo Kingdo. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Of course, I messed up somewhere, and this happened to be mostly off-road, so naturally, things were bound to break. And then I went back to do some bus routes, because for whatever reason, bus routes are actually an actual game mode. Yep, that's the burp of how horrible this sounded. I chose to go to Utah, because it's colder there than the actual desert that I'm sitting in right now. I mean, at least I got to see some stunning views and pick up imaginary people where there are people, and what is this? And I'm in an episode of Ghostbusters, but there isn't any Ghostbusters? Jesus Christ, guys, come on. Why is there no people here, guys? Come on. Apparently there's also this mode called Light Runner, which is literally Tron. Well, don't believe me? Well, feast your eyes on what literally looks like a bunch of lines. And once I got the hang of actually racing a track in a fast car, good lord, it was fun. And as the name entails, Track Builder allows you to make your own tracks using in-game props. Although I'm not entirely sure if Track Builder bases on whatever you were on before, since we're using a Light Runner kind of preset. So I made one that was questionable, to say the least. Also, there was this massive arrow on the screen the entire time. During filming, it wasn't there, but apparently looking back at the footage now rendering it, it apparently is. So I don't know why. It must mean that the game is telling me to go back in time, so, you know, let me tell you. So in that case, if we're going to go back in time, then let me tell you that only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you're not already, make sure you subscribe. It's totally free, and you can change your mind at any given time. Yep, we just went back in time. Anyway, let's go back. So in that case, let's see how my crushed custom track actually ended up coming out. For now, I think that's good enough. Again, Beam is a very unique kind of game when it comes to the racing genre specifically. Its crash and driving physics are some of the best, and rival that of some of the best franchises in the industry, say Need for Speed or Forza or Gran Turismo. It rivals them by a pretty large margin. Its wide selection of game modes, whether that be things like Light Runner or bus routes, scenarios, campaigns, time trials, free roam, there's always something for everybody's style of play. If you want to go race in free roam with some modded cars, you can do that. If you want to make a custom track, you can do it. And if you want to go on a bus route instead of actually getting on a bus in real life to go to work, you can do that. Not to mention that Beam has official mod support. So just think about all the mods that people are creating for this game, like maps, custom campaigns, and scenarios, and tracks. The list goes on and on. So I guess the best way to put this game, BeamNG is essentially the Garry's mod for the racing world. And for that, it's pretty dang impressive. So with that, I think that ends the video. My name is PandaPowerSauce, remember to stay saucy, and I'll see you in the next one. Later!